stew on this for a couple of seconds because it's about to get really, really bad. Now, I'm just joking. The article speaks for itself. I mean, seriously, like, say it ain't so. I didn't even seek this information. My friend George from the beautiful land of Korea, well, he's not from Korea, but that's where he lives. Anyway, he sent me this link, and fuck, man, really? Really? Really, please say it ain't so. I'm not gonna even sit here and try to go like maniacal and like, haha, I told you so. I said in my video, my Green Lantern video, that I want this shit to work. I really do. But what it's coming down to is this is unbelievable if it's true. And why I'm so concerned and why I'm making a rant about this one is because honestly, it's from the same source that broke the insider on Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, saying that movie was a disaster. And honestly, it really turned out to be a disaster and stuff. So I'm gonna read you this article here, so don't mind me. I'm gonna read you it in detail. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, and basically, I'm gonna read it for those who don't want to go click on the link. So, title is Wonder Woman is a disjointed disaster, says DC Insider. 2016 didn't wind up being the year that infused copious amounts of hope for the future of movies based on DC Comics, like many thought it would be. Both Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and Suicide Squad were divisive at best, even though they were among the highest grossing movies of the year. Still, in order for the DC Extended Universe to survive long term, the quality of the movies will have to improve. Unfortunately, it is starting to seem like Wonder Woman won't be that movie. On a recent episode of Schmo's No Show, it was revealed that Wonder Woman may be a big mess. According to the host Sasha Pearl Raver, someone with insider info has seen the movie, or at least a decent chunk of the movie, and claims that it is discombobulated and not the great movie the trailers have led fans to believe it might be. Here's what was said by Sasha Pearl Raver on the Schmo's No Show. Quote, so I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. We have somebody within our community who has gotten insider information that broke my effing heart this week, because I have tremendous belief that Wonder Woman is going to be awesome, and I heard it stinks from the same person who told me that they heard that Batman v Superman stinks. The person who I spoke to, their response was, inside quote, I'm very disappointed in what I saw, and it seems like all the problems are the same problems. It's discombobulated. It doesn't have narrative flow. It's just very disjointed. End quote. Pretty much all the movies that have come out in the DC Extended Universe so far have had very lofty expectations placed on them for a variety of reasons, but Wonder Woman really may take the cake. Not only is it having to shoulder the responsibility of course correcting thanks to the lukewarm reception of both Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and Suicide Squad, but it is also the first female-led superhero movie of the modern era. Not only that, but Wonder Woman has never had a live-action movie, so there's a lot this movie needs to accomplish in order to satisfy fans. Sadly, if these statements are even half true, it looks like the first Wonder Woman movie may not be what everyone was hoping for. Despite getting trashed by critics and really dividing moviegoers, Batman v Superman still made $873 million. That is fact. That movie made a lot of money and stuff. Many felt the movie should have easily sailed past the 1 billion mark and had been more universally well liked. maybe that would have been the case. Since the movie didn't hit the way the folks at Warner Brothers were hoping it would, Suicide Squad had to try and fix things that it never really should have. Again, the movie was incredibly divisive and critics mostly didn't like it, but it still made $745 million worldwide. That is also true. So even if Wonder Woman meets the same fate in terms of perceived quality, it may very well be able to make bank. That's the point. But one can't help but wonder how long Warner Brothers can sustain that kind of success without more positive reception. Granted, they are very aggressive defenders of the DC Extended Universe. Yes, a lot of them down-click my video. I know that for a fact, but I really don't give a shit. But for these movies to really succeed, the general public has to be behind them. Now that is a fact too. If they want to break that ground that they trying to break, they got it. But back to the article. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman was one of the most positively received elements of Batman v Superman. Really? Anyway, which gave fans even more hope that her first solo movie will be great. And yes, it's tough to judge a movie solely by a couple trailers. That is true too. Especially in the case of DCEU so far. But the response to both Wonder Woman trailers we have seen so far by the movie community and fans have been overwhelmingly positive. Yes, I like both of the trailers. I got no problems with either one of them. The second one was best because you finally really get to see her take flight and use the gauntlets. It's awesome. That was a good trailer. I hope that's not the highlight of this. As probably should be by now, we may have to temper them a bit. There have also been recent reports that Zack Snyder's Justice League is a mess. Oh, please don't. You know what? So fans may want to start the expectations now. Start tempering the expectations now. Granted, these are unconfirmed reports. They are unconfirmed reports, people. Before you fry me, I'm just reading this and I'm giving you this link just in case it flew over your radar. You know, granted, these are unconfirmed reports and are based on word of mouth, so it also could wind up being untrue, definitely. And both Wonder Woman and Justice League are every bit as good as fans hoped they would be. We have to wait and see what director Patty Jenkins was able to do with Wonder Woman when it hits theaters June 23rd. There's no telling how it will affect the Justice League, which is set to arrive November 17th, if Wonder Woman is a mess. But it will surely complicate things even more for the future moving forward. You can check out the clip from the Schmoes No Show. Yes, this will also be in this link down here in the video. So basically, alright, I read that and this is how I feel about it. This is the same person who broke the news on Batman v Superman that it was a mess. So there's a 50% chance that this movie will be a mess, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to stop that from making money, because when a movie sucks, and a lot of DC movie fanboys know this, when a movie sucks but still makes money, that's the only thing you can brag about, all right? You can brag, you know, that's the only thing they're going to brag about. They're going to bring up the money thing, all right? Yeah, that's true. It made money and stuff, but it is the laughing stock. It makes pretty much Warner Brothers the laughing stock of the comic book movie community, and there's only two major comic book movie companies out there that's making comic book movies, and that's Marvel and DC. So that's not a good look. That's definitely not a good look. And I want this movie to be good. For basically, it's like they said in the article, it's her first fucking movie. You know, this ain't the Linda Carter TV series, which I used to watch a lot. She used to spend, you know, that was, you know, I used to love Linda Carter back in the day. Goddamn, little boy's fantasy. But anyway, this could be 50% true for the simple fact this is the same person who broke the news on Dawn of Justice, the exact same person and stuff. And I don't want this to be true. I mean, it's not funny no more. It is not fucking funny no more that we gonna say, oh, every DC movie sucks or every DC movie stinks or something. Nobody wants to say that. Really, I really don't. You know, as a fan of both conglomerates growing up and seeing the movies and stuff finally coming to the time where special effects can meet what was on the page and bring it to life. This they gotta do this and they gotta fix this. Like, it's June 23rd is the time. So hopefully this person saw a rough cut of the movie and they're gonna fix this in editing. Hopefully there was reshoots done that we don't know about. I still have a lot of optimism that Wonder Woman can work. All right. So this is me saying it still can work. All right. Me of all people saying it still can work, and I really hope it does because like I was saying, this is the go home movie before the Justice League. You know, like they say in wrestling, you know, this is the last episode before the pay-per-view event. This is the go home show. This is Wonder Woman's the go home movie. This pretty much puts the story of the Trinity together for the first movie, even though you could say Dawn of Justice was pretty much Batman's movie, even though it didn't go too far into his thing and really give us answers. Hopefully his solo movie will. I think that's what they were saving it for, or they didn't expect Batman to have such a positive response. So now all the stuff that they missed in this movie, they got to catch up for in his solo movie. Either way, this puts, you know, it's Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, which was mostly Batman, and now Wonder Woman's movie. Like, Dawn of Justice was the meeting point of these three characters. So, on the outside, you have Superman and you have Wonder Woman. In the middle, you have all three of them, but you have mostly focused on Batman. And I think I know why they did that, because Batman is probably the most well-known character that DC has. All right, his story is basic to follow. He's a complex character nonetheless. So now on to Justice League, and we can introduce the Flash, which you've seen a cameo of in Suicide Squad. If you blink, you missed him. No pun intended. Also Cyborg, which, yeah, that's another thing. You know what? That video footage that Wonder Woman watched that introduced all three of her, the other three Justice League members, that was a terrible idea. But this is not what this is about. This video is about me hoping that this article from MovieWeb is not true. That, you know, maybe this person saw an early version of this movie and this is not true. Please tell me this is not true. Like, because this goes against learning from mistakes. This goes against what Jeff Johns was talking about when he took over for DC Films as the president. So I really hope that there's good things coming. I'm not even going to fault Patty Jenkins. She almost got the role to direct Thor 2. So this woman has reputation. All right? I'm not going to even fault her. I can't even fault David Ayers for Suicide Squad. That's Warner Brothers' fault. That's for hiring a jump cut trailer company that edit the movie. They fucked that up. So I can't even blame David Ayers. I can't, if this happens to be true about Wonder Woman, I can't blame I can't even fucking blame Patty Jenkins at all. Alright? I blame Warner Brothers. Alright? You wanted to set this movie to be so good, but you are forgetting the core essence of how a movie flows because you want to put action in and stuff like that. I mean, I hope that's not the case. Anyway, I'm shooting off at the mouth of something I don't fully know anything about. Right now, all I'm giving you is secondhand knowledge of an article and my take on that, how I personally feel about it. I can't sit here and say what they need to do because I didn't see this trouble. So don't jump on me like, okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, I get it. You know, this is bad news. It's bad news for me too. All right, because I'm like, this is a new year. Let's leave that shit behind and stuff. You'll never forget how bad the movies were. You know, you'll never forget how bad they are. Bad movies leave a more lasting impression on you. But good movies they leave a good impression on you. I think bad ones leave an impression on you because you, especially, this is how they leave an impression on you. Because if you set your expectations so high and the movie destroys them, that's when they leave a bad effect. That's when they leave a more lasting effect on you than a good movie. All right, good movies always gonna leave a lasting mark on you, but bad movies that you expected to be good, they damage you the most. Anyway, this is Kazama Fury, and remember, keep watching what you want, keep gaming the way you want, keep being you. Peace out. Click on the link for Movie Web. Read the article. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, have a good day, people. Peace.